Hello there, my name's Justin, and I challenge myself to make the best game I can in under 48 hours. For the game, I wanted three main aspects. I wanted it to be a first-person shooter, I wanted it to have very fast movement and special abilities, and I wanted the game to overall be very simplistic and feel very simple to play. I started the challenge at night on July 11th and made the project due on the night of July 13th, thus giving me 48 hours at my disposal. I wanted it to be a shooting game, and so I selected the first person shooter template on Unreal Engine. The first thing I noticed is that the default gun they gave me was pretty poo-poo, so I decided to put my Blender knowledge to the test and create my own gun from scratch. Yeah, I know. By this time I wanted the game to be a sort of a boss fight, where there is a boss in the middle shooting stuff at you and you have to dodge it and also damage at the same time. For the boss model, I decided to keep it simple and just add a giant pill with hair. It kinda looked epic, so I decided to name him Lenny, which coincidentally is the name of the game. The last thing that I did that night was make a bunch of materials that glowed. These really helped me carrying on because I'm way too lazy to find actual textures, so these are a good escape. I started the second day by making a better bullet and trying to kill Lenny, but yeah, that happens. Alright, let's see if this works, and yep, that's better. But I think it's too easy to kill the boss, so why don't we make it take a couple hits. There we go, much better now. I also added a small dot in the center of the screen to act as a crosshair and also a small explosion when you hit Lenny. I noticed that Lenny was looking kind of sad, so I took him shopping and now he is drowning in the drip. I then realized that my game has to actually be a game, and so I gave Lenny some sick rocket arms and made him shoot rockets at me. But unfortunately, Lenny is legally blind and his aim was really bad. Here we go, now it's good. Lenny then told me that he was no longer feeling comfortable with the way he looked, and boom! I gave him a full makeover. Now he looks epic. As you can see, I also put a green health bar above his head so the player knows how close or far away they are from destroying Lenny. I also made Lenny shoot rockets out of both of his rocket launchers, not just one. I also made little traps on the floor that slow the player for 3 seconds, as well as the ability to shoot Lenny's rockets to destroy them. The next thing that I needed was some music to go along with the gameplay to help intensify it. Ah yes, the perfect song. Anyways, the next thing I did was I realized that it was kind of too easy to beat him, and so every 10 seconds I made it so that his shooting power gets stronger and he gets much faster. I then added the ability to double jump in order to help the player dodge the rockets. I then coded in the ability for the player to dash around, similar to Tracer's dash in Overwatch and Jet's dash in Valorant. The dash combined with the double jump made for some pretty cool dodging combos. On top of this, I changed the particles to a much cleaner look rather than a big explosion from before. By the time there was 12 hours left, most of the crucial gameplay mechanics have been finished, and so I focused on whatever was left and helped make the game more playable. To start with, I made a little text on the bottom of the screen that showed an anger percentage. This anger percentage indicated how fast the rockets were going to go at the player. The next thing that I did was become God, and so I made a very big map. Around the map I wanted lava, and if the player were to touch the lava they would die. I also put big rocky mountains around the map. Also, when the player were to get hit by the rocket or fall into the lava, they would just pause the game, and so I made a death menu. Then I added some sound effects to go with shooting, getting hit by a trap, and winning. This is what these sounded like. I then added a screen similar to the losing screen that you get when you win. And no game is complete without the main menu, which was the final thing that I added to the game. Now that the game was finished 3 hours before the time, all I had to do now was beat it. After many attempts for about 45 minutes, I finally coped up a strategy to beat Lenny and win the game. If you want to play the game for yourself, a free download link is in the description below so you can meet Lenny.